Hello, today we are going to be installing some rain guards or wind deflectors, whatever you want to call it, onto the S15. I noticed there wasn't too many videos out, so get a little bit of before and then after. So we're going to be doing that today. The G38008585F00, my bad. I didn't open this up real quick, and that's how it comes. So you got your instructions in there, and pretty daunting looking when you start looking at it. Of course, it's all in Japanese, and there's a lot of stuff going on here, but from what I read online, it's fairly straightforward. The biggest thing is just removing the double-sided tape before you start applying, and not to do the whole thing. And it comes with a nice little primer, cleaning pack, and everything. But let's get it out and start getting it started. One of the first steps to clean off the area and then apply a masking film. So we're going to use 3M painter's tape, or not 3M, but the Scotch painter's tape. Just going to put that and just line it up right here. So we're gonna just like that, and we're gonna double it up. Because obviously what you're doing is there's a little metal piece on the rain guard itself, and I'll show you that here in a second. So I have the second layer of painter's tape on. I'm gonna come back through with my little prying tool that I got from Harbor Freight. Just a bunch of these, but you'll just go inside and kind of pry up around the window edging. You'll need a smaller tip to get into those tighter spots, and then that way you'll just work your way all the way down, because obviously that's literally just to protect the paint. So these are the little clips that I was talking about. So these little clips are going to slide up against your paint, and here's some of the double-sided tape. So what I did is I kind of used one tool, and then I used the other tool to kind of work my edge down into there to try and make sure I got that little lip going. It does have these little clips, so it has what, one at the very top, 2, 3, 4 clips, and those are literally just going to slide into the rain guard. And then once it's in there, then you'll just clamp it down. I'm gonna put one in just so I can kind of get an idea of where it's going to actually sit. So I don't know if you can see in there. Let's see if you can see. It's a little clip, and then it just slides in like that. Then that's where it'll be. So coming down, checking it all out. This one will come all the way down to the edge, about there, I guess. So we got the primer piece out, open that up, and nice little cloth, like kind of plasticky, but yep, just one piece. Actually, I think I'll do the other one as well. Go rolling up. Luckily they're just driving up and not trying to kick me out. So after scrubbing those pretty good, quite a bit of stuff came off, but it's all prepped, and it's just gonna sit along this edge right here. It's where the double-sided tape will sit, all along that top section. Stick it in the guard. You don't want that little tip piece to be bent. You want it straight like that. That's where it's telling you over here, be careful about bending it. You want it like that, not like that. Before you put it on, you're also going to want to pull your double-sided tape. This one's telling you to go down, so this is on the rear side, this is the front side. So you put it on the two inside pieces, and then this part and I'm gonna install it from the rear moving forward. Work my way from here to get these 3 clips, then come all the way down to the bottom clip. I'm gonna use the prying tool to keep a little bit of space so I can just slide it in. And then I'll have the double-sided tape pulled on the underside and we'll just pull that out. So here we are, we have the tape pulled down on those 2 and then 1 in the back. There won't be anything up here, but I'm gonna leave that little gap right there for me to slide that little guy in there. Just go ahead and line this side up in the back first. And from what I understand, once it's on there, it's pretty much on there. Double-sided tape is really good, and it's not gonna go anywhere after it's on. This one's a little bit tighter up here at the top. That one's in. I'm just gonna straighten this up, slide it forward a little bit until it lines up to where I expect it to be. Just gonna press it on right there. Now I'm just gonna peel off. Hopefully it works out. It's kind of crappy, but it worked. So now we got all this peeled off. We'll pull off this tape. Pull off the rest of this. And then we'll just press it on. It clears all the way like it's supposed to, and it's sitting pretty much where I would expect it to sit. So now let's see if we can make it match on the other side. Let's peel off all this tape. See how hard this is gonna be. Same deal, I'm gonna line it up in the very back. Put this one in first, this little clip, so that guy's in. Now we're just gonna line this, slide it down a little bit. Oh, he popped out. Slide him back in. So on the other one, I noticed that on the other side, when I was opening and closing the door, this was a little bit too close to the door. So come back over to this side, see how close that is to the door. So when I'm opening it, it's so close. Like, I would say that's perfect, but it's too close for me. Because who knows, wind may bend it or something like that. So I scooted this back. So now I'm kind of going with about the middle of that going in here on the other side, just to give it that extra tad bit more of clearance right there, so I don't have to worry about the door hitting. So this one's coming up to about right there. Pry this up, slide it in. I missed. Let's try and go a little bit deeper. So dark I can't even see. But now this one's a little higher than I would like it, so I'm gonna see if I can scoot it down a little bit to line that up a little bit better. So I was able to scoot it down just a little bit, and now that fits basically exactly where I want it. So as long as you don't slide or take all these off, you can kind of slide it in and out a little bit to try and get it to where you want it. So unfortunately the passenger side is where it's at, but the driver's side is where it's supposed to be. And it does kind of line up, it's just a tad bit, this little crease is just a tad bit aft of this molding. So, but pull off the rest of this again, same with that, comes out, and we'll just press it in. These little clamps or clips bend, have a little bit of play in them. So you push on the clips to kind of get it to grab the molding. And it's on. So as you can see, this side is really close. Still looks pretty good though. Love OEM parts. Makes everything so much nicer. And this one, so this one has all the adequate clearance, is lined up with the molding on the bottom side. So there it is. Windows all rolled up. And it clears just perfectly. No issues. So that's it for today, and check out the door hinge replacement for R35 GTR, which I'm about to do right now, but for another video. All right, take care.